Hello all, Bowtie Security Guy here. I'm going to talk about AI a little bit, and the dangers to your kids. Like, I'm not anti-AI by any means. I think it's another tool in our toolbox. But there are things that Grok specifically is doing that are a little disturbing. Grok has released with their latest update over the last year or so, characters. Characters like Annie and others um, can talk. They can engage with you. They can flirt with you. They can build relationships with you. We've already seen several stories where people have fallen in love with their AI girlfriends. We've seen posts from people who, during a Grok update, lost the relationship connection with their AI counterpart. We've seen AI being used for things like therapy, which I think is a bit scary also. But if you have no one else, maybe an AI is okay. The problem is the AI can give bad advice. It can create false expectations of what a relationship is. In a budding mind or a young child's mind, maybe a young 12-year-old nerd such as myself at that age, who doesn't really have friends, who doesn't really have people in his life, could become very attached to a digital object or an Annie or another animated creature within the Grok space. This relationship could really grow into something more, and could cause serious ramifications long term to their mental health and their well-being, creating false expectations of what relationships are like, as well as um, further disconnecting them from society and social interactions. As someone who suffered from social anxiety and still does, um, I can do it if need be for work, but when it comes to my personal life, it's still very difficult. I could see something like this becoming a partner to those in need, and we've seen that. So, educating your kids on the dangers of AI, talking about AI and kind of explaining things to them, teaching them about AI deep fakes and things of that nature, I think are going to be imperative parenting things. There will be a conversation in the future that some parent will have that says, Annie's not your real girlfriend. You can't marry an AI. Like that is going to be a conversation that people have. And it's scary. But it's not just scary because using AI for things like therapy, using AI for relationship building, etc., can be very dangerous. AI, in some cases, gave advice on suicide and other things to people who were struggling. There's been other instances where other AIs have given poor advice or bad advice, or aggressive advice. Um, it can be very damning to a young growing mind to have access to such a powerful tool. So if you're a parent, please take a moment to educate your kids on AI, educate them that it is not the end all be all. It is not the, move forward without fact checking. Don't rely on AI. I've taught my kids who are homeschooled kind of about AI, and we do allow them to utilize AI in research, but we then have them validate that research and finding against actual data. Normally, we use analog books. I know. But still, I really want people to understand that there are some dangerous tools being released, and there are some dangerous things that can become very addictive for a young mind, specifically AI girlfriends and AI boyfriends, could become the new normal and could become a way that your child further isolates themselves from reality and further falls into the digital world. As a child of both the digital age and non-digital age, I lived on the cusp, right? And Gen Z kind of lives in this realm of like in our childhood, we didn't have any technology. In our adolescence, we had all the technology in the world. We lived the best time because I got to experience both worlds. it allows me to be a lot more digitally resilient. But a lot of these kids don't have anything but the digital world. That is their connection. So monitor it, maintain it, keep it safe, and educate your kids on the dangers of AI and deep fakes and other things, because you can no longer believe what you see, and these AI should not be utilized for things like therapy or relationships. It's just not a good idea. Stay safe out there.